So we just have a few questions to get you, as I said, chatting. So we just wanted to start with where did you grow up? And maybe we'll start on with Aunt Myrna and then we'll go around.
I'm Myrna Snache. I grew up here in Rama. I was born on Georgina Island. I was 5 when we moved to Rama. My mother's from Georgina and my father's from Rama. And his father called him home and said that if he come home, he would give him the lakeshore property. So that's where we live to this day. We enjoy it here.
Chimney give me quick nago. Chiganesh go and gi damen. And dodo magi benjaba. Ma Rama. Mi kinama she may admina which giway and got on it. Ni bushkomangi didn't wear mauna. Mi gagwodegi gancha kinoma goyan in Indian Day School Gisha. Mish mamina kibishayan ma Rama ma kibit gayat. Chickenesh gosh commanded da.
Lorraine McRae in Dishnikas, Lorraine Schilling Dash Gishin Kazo, Miskama, Pane, and Dion with a Rama, Minchickening. Gi Quickeny Gog, Mishomis, Ban Minwanok, Miss Ban, and Chigo, Dick Chinandam. Ojibway ma Rama, Ojibway Miigwech.
Anishinaabemowin Bonnie. I was born in Toronto and raised in Coldwater, or Machadash area, and my mother's from Moose Deer Point. My grandmother was from here in Rama. My grandfather married my grandmother and took her over to Moose Deer Point. He actually came here 3 times. He walked through the bush to get here. The 3rd time he took her back. So I've been living in Rama. I married here in '87, and I've lived here for many years. I lived in Curve Lake for a while too, but now I've been living here for the last 25 years. Miigwech.
When did you learn the language?
Pardon?
When did you learn the language?
Oh, I myself, we grew up with it. We always spoke it. And when we come to Rama, it was when they were starting to take the language away from us. I got strapped every day because I liked playing baseball, and I'd forget while I'd be so excited playing ball. The teacher would be listening. I'd say something in native. I'll never forget it because I had so many strappings. One time I went to my uncle's and I was crying. I could hardly move my hands. They were so red. And he said, "What happened to you?" And I said, "Oh, I was playing ball again," and I spoke native. He didn't say anything. He just laughed. We went back to school. The teacher, it was a male teacher, had a black eye. Never got strapped again. Things were bad then.
Beginning tam ga ken man was Anishinaabemowin gangi ken zemen was shagnashimian mignabama genin went gimaji kinoma goyam beginning went with ken man was shagnashimian gigjetona was shagnashak chim kam goyam Anishinaabemowin Pane give me paktel gomin Anishinaabemowin. Gashkwan we mi gwan we Kim Jaman Mong, Anishinaabemowin, mi gego Giabe, Ken Mong, how me wet.
Midas pigin dad sean, Panego, Ginondam, Anishinaabemowin, Anishinaabemowin, Pane, Kina, Dodom, Cora, Gishin Kazo, Minua, Demishom Simban, Minua Nokmisban, Florence Saint Germain, Gishin Kazo, the Nokmisban, Minua Stanley Shilling, Gishin Kazo, Demishom Simban, Midas Pigi, Quickenigoyan, Panego, Ginishinaabemowin, Midas Pigi Gashian, Kinagawea Ginishinaabemowin, Ma Minjikning, Ma Rama, Aabjitoodaa, Gimanutag, say what Pane, Bakishguna, Minoa, Kina Janishinaabemowin, Midas Pigi Bachdayan, Shayan, Kinomagel Gamig, Nimagana Nanan, Gi Petis, Midas Kawin, Minoa, Ginanamosi, Men Janishinaabemowin, Midas Guna Znagadko, P. Janishinaabemowin, Nongum, Diktamagusko, Ganin, Jishabigayan, Minoa, Jagindasyan, yeah, Nichanandam go, Ajwabak, Monongum, Anand go, Ashkanigajik, Wikandamawad, Gawinwaj, and Anishinaabemowin, Midashnongum, Wawena guna, Jishitchgang, Kinago, Janishinaabemowin, Minoa, Aabjitoodaa Octomin, how?
Well, for me, I'm just trying to learn at this age. I've been trying off and on through the years, but I always got busy and I never did pick it up. My mother was fluent, and she did try to teach us when we were young, but we wouldn't listen to her because we didn't even know the reserve existed. So until I got older, and then I came here with her for a visit and discovered that I had lots of relatives when I was young. But now I'm trying to pick it up. I went to the last class I went to was with Jessica, and she was teaching us how to put words together, sentences together. And so I've been I haven't looked at the book for a few days, but what she gave us and trying to put words together. And then I've also got I got a storybook that's a niche, that's a niche. And I'm trying to separate the words and figure out what words are what words are what, go into the dictionary and trying to put them together. I know a little bit. I can pick up what they're saying, some of it. But there's a lot to learn, and when you're an older person, it's very, very difficult. So, I'm really happy that they have the language and for the younger people now. Yeah, that's me.
What are the differences that you notice between now and then?
Giga de Magasimin, Melja, no?
Well, some were and some weren't.
Oh, yeah.
Because we never knew what poor was. Because we had a farm.
Oh, yeah.
We had cows and pigs and chickens, and we always had lots to eat. And gardens, we had 3 gardens. So I never knew what poor meant. Because as long as you can eat. And in those days, nobody cared how you were dressed, eh? You just wore whatever your mother said to put on. You didn't, now kids want, oh, I want a new dress, I want this, I want that. We didn't have that. Because we didn't even go to town till we had my grandparents came home and gave us a little bit of money so we could go see a show on Saturdays. And then all the Rama kids would be on the bus, we'd all go to the show. You just thought it was the greatest thing. Our treat was popcorn. God, wish we could do that to the kids today.
They want brand name clothes now.
Yeah. God, if they give you a quarter, you were rich. Now they want dollars.
Many dollars.
I was very fortunate though when my kids were young. They knew I didn't have a lot of money, so they never asked me for brand
Nobody
name
had
stuff.
any.
Yeah, so they were. My oldest daughter even told me that, Mom. He said, "I know you don't have that much money, so we'll just get whatever you get us, as long as it's nice."
Yeah.
Me go ganin.
Mi go ganin went Gagnan gik chig de mag sa simen an go panengi giwi snemen kashkonan gi an simen nam nekshoni agona e mudenang chashayang mena e sis paktons cho gishna doyang
Yeah, get.
is we go panengi min go men e 1 cent basic when the Maya we had a collection plate you don't
Yeah.
he dish konam naben ko he will among is this bakut gangi to simen
Welcome, Kisha.
and with the Raymond Marks Gishan Kaza in me o dawel gamakayon but chibesha go the end kadayan mi o de gewi no de nisake ko magi mi magi on kewi he dawel gamek mishko pot mi o de oyamang ban ko izis baktons
When is guy on da welcome, ma? Gil name dan gosh me closet.
Ed Snake started the store right across from, you know where my mother had her house.
Yeah.
And then there was old Maggie, and there was a great big store there in the next house.
Ano de kada Phoebe mina Norman mina
Phoebe,
Norman
Norman,
Snake.
Norman.
Norman Snake.
Yeah.
He had a big store there.
Yeah. They had gas pumps there too, eh?
No, they didn't
No?
get those. There was one on Rama where the store is today.
Oh,
There was
yeah?
always a store there, but it was white people.
Oh, yeah.
And you couldn't charge anything,
No.
whereas he would, eh?
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody got a check at the end of the month or whenever they were paid their bill off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. No, sure.
When you think about it, I guess times were tough, but we didn't ask for any fancy clothes like the kids do today. You just put on whatever you were given.
I remember Norman's old truck.
Yeah.
It used to smell of gasoline.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that's because we never had a car.
Nobody did.
Never, ever.
Your Uncle Tom had
Uncle Tom and
always had a car because he was
yeah.
the one that took people shopping.
Yeah. Christopher, Davon. Christopher Anderson.
Yes, Christopher Anderson. Yeah, there was only about 3 or 4 cars in Rama when we were kids.
Budi ma Ramangi beshamin Andodo ma ki mat sayang mishomis Alfred the Gwedge McGooding and not motion papers giek paper papers kikira Sigi Misha Chonyagi Machayan Norman de he Mishki he popskegi Gdayan giek cigarette papers gamin copy toya Tango Gdaza Alfred papers packet
Cigarette papers, eh?
Cigarette papers, packet, ring
Eh.
that. Tango daset. Get him come in the pop him.
That was my job when I got home at night. My dad always left his tobacco and papers on the table. I had to roll him 10 cigarettes before I could go to bed. He put them back in the package so he'd have cigarettes to go to work with.
Gosh, gabaz.
I don't know why I had to do it.
Maybe you were good at
roll
it.
by hand.
Yeah, to roll by hand. I guess mine were nicer than the boys.
Piggy gosh gabazod.
Yeah.
Maybe shom simban. Panego papers.
Yeah.
Gitonan ma. Yeah.
For heaven's sake.
Yeah, because he'd cut himself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty blade, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Made us he told ma cigarette papers, ma. He told
I believe my grandfather did that too.
Yeah, I guess they all did. Yeah.
I don't remember my dad. Go ikan makwenzin. Kigosh paset dedem.
Some do.
Kangi wa masi.
I don't think my brother Louis ever shaved it as a time he was. Because if you don't shave, I guess you don't get no hair.
Oh, yeah.
Go again dedem.
And
No,
I don't
we-
hardly remember
no.
Murray ever shaving.
No,
Maybe
we-
a little bit here, eh?
That's what my mom used to say when she shaved her legs. She would see me shaving my legs. She would say, "You should have never started that. Look at my
Oh.
legs, and she looked nice and smooth because I never shaved." She said.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
They wouldn't let you have the razor blade for that reason.
What did you used to do for fun in Rama back in the day?
Oh God, we were always busy.
Always in the bush.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Finagle.
Our biggest thing was going to old Emmy Gittens. She's your grandma or something?
Yeah, great
Oh,
grandmother.
grandma would walk way back, way back in the bush. Because they had a great big barn there and they had animals. We'd go play with the animals. That was a long place.
Yeah.
Just to watch about 8 miles or something.
Kikshani men with the Pane.
Yeah.
Him there at Chigawa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kikshani men with the.
Everybody played an instrument in my day. Like, there was the biggest Rama band. They won at the Toronto exhibition 8 times in a row. They were so good. But every household had instruments under the bed or somewhere stored under. And when they got together, they'd come and there was always music.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. My uncle Ken, my dad's oldest brother, and George Snake was his nephew. And they both played saxophones. So early Sunday morning, George would get up and play his saxophone and Ken would hear him, then he'd go outside, back and forth, back and forth. The whole reserve could hear them because everything was quiet, eh?
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
Yeah. The St. Germain's, my grandmother Florence St. Germain, so she had her father was Jack Ojibway. But Jack's brothers, Panago came down at Chigawa, and they played the fiddles, and they would call, the square dance.
Oh.
Oh, it was fun, yeah.
Emma Gittens Gishan Kazo, Nokmis, and 105 she lived. And we used to square dance in her living room.
Yeah.
And Aabjitoodaa, Gaja, Minwan, Gusiang, Pane.
Manish Dodoman.
Went in.
Emma.
Emma Dodoman.
Ka manish haan Donna. Ka onet magego question.
Oh, Gwisson, that's Jack, Gishan Kazo, Jack St. Germain, Minwa Oscar, Owen Gishin Kaza. Meanwhile, Barney.
Barney.
Barney. Meanwhile, Jim. Meanwhile, Lottie Gishin Kaza. Aabjitoodaa. Anne. Yeah. Mi omenek den endam go. Giken mago kinagyo. Pigi gashian. Apchigo panagi manawan goswag. Nimwad, nagamwad. Miga chinokamis Emma. Me il tamwabadaman il nabe the water ceremony, holy water dash.
Oh, yeah.
Me dashki tamwidma. Wewenaj minok madsian guna.
Yeah.
Apchigo. Gigashi apchio Emma. Gigashi demoya.
Yeah, Emmy. We called her. I was trying to think.
Emmy.
Emmy
Gittens. Emmy Charles St. Germain Gittens, Kitchen Gaza. Georgina Island.
Yes, that's
Bianzerba. Georgina Island, Midashma. Gibishad. Giwidagad. Dinandam Kitchen Gaza. John St. Germain Kitchen Gaza. Gawidgamad. Ma. Majikaning. Ma Rama. Chimeo Shagoyo.
I remember her. She was a little wee woman.
Midas Gibagishing, Gibok Samagatma. Midas with his Symingtons, dash nursing home. Me gone about.
It was kind of sad in those days when they got old because they didn't ask you where you wanted to go. They just took you.
No.
And it was awful.
Me know.
I remember my brother Murray had pneumonia and Lloyd Ingersoll. It was just flu time, eh? And the Indian agent comes along and next thing you know, a big car pulls up. Took them to Gravenhurst, to the sanatorium. Like they didn't see a doctor, they weren't told they had TB. And they kind of locked you up in there, you couldn't get out. But I guess my brother escaped somehow and hitchhiked all the way back to Rama. But he had to hide out every time though. We said we didn't see him. He was there at home, but we didn't tell on him because we didn't want him to go back. They just took them without telling the parents or anything. The Indian agent was the boss of every household, I guess. It was horrible.
Big dingo. Get book.
Final question. What would you like to see for our communities that would help us learn the language? It's a hard one, I know.
Mi Ojibway nongum. Ma nongum yayang minwa Ginago, Ojibway. What happened yesterday, today, more of that. Aabjitoodaa nishing.
You can go getting basically shkini kwajina go
Excuse me.
gikida dam nendan go chibawi jiwak ektizit Anishinaabemowin etam mishgani chinakan man was Anishinaabemowin miga kida Gishitke oknguding yo kida ndam nendan skumina chawab daman mina waya chiba we jiwak ke Anishinaabemowin migo chinakan chinu kjitoyan genin gangasto sin kira te mignano nen man kinumagoyan kawi kanun do asik kina I nasap ko na giman eshikig dang kinagna kawi ndednun do asik kina
Migni go. Modea boy go.
mignage win ga kirak shkini kwego giaw manchkuna gashin cause kwe kanina nungungi ken masik ma eshknigjik
Mi ashwa bakay. Panagwad way on
Mini go
where
gani.
Asha.
Winesh todo man
Panas grudo man.
When Ash no miss Monday.
mini wala daps kunina gega de pizza min
Inne dag så det många på kagig då det pekka. They visited at night for some reason. I guess because they were stopped before. So they always, you know, how they were trying to not let them use the language. But they would all meet at night at my grandma's house, my Aunt Ella's. The women and men. And they never put no lights on. There was lamp lights, but very dim, eh? And they would just sit there and laugh and talk. And it was just that's how come I know so many stories. They send me off to bed. And they thought that closing the door, I didn't hear them, but I could hear everything.
Stoepijp kortem gak meer kom bezin man. Maak je nou maar
We did the same thing down the lake.
Dem Quen Margo, Rachel Yellowhead, Cajun Gazo, meanwhile Richard Schilling. Up chigo Pane, gave no one to go some in Pigashi on. Pane go Richard Old Top, Cajun Kana, Midash Little Top, Cajun Kago. Pane dash gi Mipto with it. Cheyenne with it. Weasley on, yeah, go up to go, even up go.
Yeah, every household you went to, they always had something sweet to give you. No matter how poor they were, they'd have something for the kids.
Kan het kuna give me shamgomen.
Yeah, they always wanted to feed the kids, I don't know. Maybe because they couldn't when they were...
Gik skap kagesi.
Go in.
Vi went to about Paga game, but come bean again, kid it no bean game.
Get me the snow gum skap gay.
Potske go gdig nona ni da bejana go gdig wedge Chippewas right.
Get now. Up to go.
My Aunt Catherine, my dad's sister, Catherine Ingersoll, she was a real storyteller. And she loved to tell ghost stories, and just scary ones, eh? God, she always sat outside at night. She had a big, long veranda, and she'd be sitting there waiting for you. Because we had to go through her property in a path, down over this bushy hill, bush on each side, and I used to just be so scared to go through there because you didn't know whether you were going to run an animal or something. Then she'd tell you all these stories, so you were afraid to go. Oh God, you would hear her laughing all over the place. Louis used to come home crying because he was so scared. But she'd tell you that I still remember some of the awful stories about her walking from Aurelia because there had no cars then. And this nice cutter horse and buggy come along. And she said, so they got on. And she said, and I'm sitting there and I looked at his feet and they were hoofs. Stuff like that. You just feel the chill.
Oh, my mom told me something similar to that. At the dance, you saw somebody with the tail.
Yeah, and the tail.
Yeah.
And when ani piga ni tad winangan tad chikewat dorum that magega down by the lake. Kwenga shagdashi. Aiksha, when they used to play poker. all the time, they said there was a man that came in the house and played cards with them. And when he was all dressed in a nice suit and everything. When he got up and left, he was a tail. And that was her family's.
I never heard that one.
Me dad Amban and the Mishom Simban Stanley going to she Cassie cards.
Yeah, some of them didn't. They didn't believe in it. It was a sin to play cards.
When the casino opened, they wanted me to hold a royal flush in my hand for a photo op, but I couldn't do it.
Right.
Good.
And my Mishoma said already passed on, And I know how he felt about cards. I just said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You'll have to have somebody else do that for you. But I always, I still live the things I was taught,
Yeah.
Yes,
You know.
you do. It never leaves you.
So it's always there. And Aabjitoodaa Zagag. We just loved them so much. We still try to live by their
grandparents
ways,
were really grandparents in our day.
Yeah.
Like they really spoiled you, eh?
Yeah.
And they taught you.
Lots
And
of
gave
love.
you lots of love and
Pane
kisses.
Meknomag woman.
Okay, good. Gigawi Kawak, yeah.
Oh, always.
Yeah,
Their hands were never still. Making baskets or quill work. That's why my dad used to get so mad at my Aunt Catherine. Because she was a storyteller and never shut up, eh? And he'd give her hell because she'd have a whole bunch of quills in her mouth on her tongue. And she could turn those quills over with her tongue. You know, and pull them out. And Dad said, Catherine, for God's sakes, we're going to do so much talking, take those quills out and swallow them.
And the quills were all different sizes.
Yeah.
So they could see which one. And no, too small, put it back. No, too big, put it back. Oh, this is the right size for this, eh?
I guess they had to be wet to
and it was right there where they could see it.
Everyone was sitting there talking with them quills.
They did it freehand. They didn't use anything.
Yeah, my grandmother.
Beautiful work they did. Just beautiful.
She had a cigarette in the corner and a whole bunch of quills on the side.
Yeah. And then telling a story. And pies. Panagogi pie.
Pies, And always a tin pot of tea in the back of the stove. And they just keep adding tea leaves to it and water. That would be black. They never changed it to clean the pot. I'll never forget it was so bitter.
Dimishom Simbanga Richard Panago Tika made they would pour the tea from their cup into the saucer to cool it off. And then he would pick up the saucer and drink it like this. And then he chewed tobacco. Both my grandpas chewed tobacco, Jack and Richard, old Richard. and they'd be spitting into this can, chewing tobacco. Yeah, I tried it too. I didn't like it.
Oh, my grandfather did that too.
My mother never ever smoked, or she didn't like anybody smoking. So when we moved to Rama, my grandpa, my dad's dad, Sam Snache, he'd come to visit. And he would have his can with him, a spittoon he called it, way over there. He'd be sitting here and he could spit right in. Never mind, my mother would just freak. You get that on the floor, you're never coming here again.
He must have been a good ball player too,
It was just something else to see.
Yeah.
Champion spitter.
Never missed that can. For globs.
Oh, there's so many things I could tell you, but I can't.
We could be here all day, but we can't. Most of my younger years, I spent a lot of time in Rama. My family spent a lot of time with my grandfather. And when we used to come, my brothers and I, we spoke the language. We were little.
I used to eat at their place every Sunday after church. Beverly and Maryland, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go to Grandma's house, because she always had pies and tarts. We'd all go there and she'd sit down and eat, like really fill your plate with a whole bunch of food. And anybody that come in, that's what they did. They fed everybody.
We'd come to Rama, and they used to make us sit around the kitchen table and speak the language. Because the young ones here couldn't speak. So they would make us sit around and speak. I remember that. And then after they were done with us, they give us a quarter.
Oh, you've been teaching the language for a long time.
They knew how to speak. It's just that they thought we were cute because we were little.
Like your dad was fluent when he was little. We looked after him because Jerry had to work to get his food because he was so sick. And when we took him to sick kids and they kept him there, they didn't understand him because all he knew was native. They said, we don't understand him. So we had to go teach him English. God, it was something else. But it was so hard on the poor little guy when he didn't understand them. It's so funny. Everybody helped in those days. I remember one time we got stuck in Aurelia in a storm. We got as far as Atherley, and the bus driver said, we got to go back. I can't drive in that. So my dad got out. He said, I'll walk home. Big stormy night, I was worried sick. He said, you just go back with the driver, stay at the hotel they were going to get a. So when he got there, your dad and they were just little boys looking after you, Brandon, not Brandon, Byron. I'll never forget my mama was laughing because they put the diaper on him. And they put it the whole length of it, eh? They didn't fold it. And then they punched it all up. Mom said, look at this. Never forgot that. But they looked after him.
Byron's going to be happy to hear this story.
Funny how stuff comes to. But they knew what to do. Wasn't perfect, but.
So I think that's a good snapshot of conversation. Anything else that you guys wanted to share?
Give a Wanaka's men. We had fun.
Yeah, I know. I just stayed here all day. I'm just writing it all down.
I have to admit I was a little nervous because I can't really speak the language that much.
It's like old
But this
times
is fun.
talking.
But I learned,
stories.
but I learned each time I
You know,
listened.
Yeah.
it would be, and I think that young girl was right when she said, you know, if they had a chance to follow one of us around, a speaker around, and we just spoke the language,
Yeah.
and they could get a better grip on the language.
This experience for me has been amazing, just listening to you guys with the language. Like if, you know, a learner could, you know, potentially just sit and for days even, you know, and just listen to it and try. I think it would be an amazing experience.
Yeah, and
This
listen,
has been great.
I think listening to speakers too, you know, it makes the learners want to learn and saying, you know, that, oh, good, I want to learn that. I want to do that.
Because it feels positive. Yeah, like it feels like it's possible.
Yeah.
Because I know that when we think about learning the language, if you don't hear it like a regular conversation like this,
I'm
it
so glad
feels like
they're-
it's just ceremonial. Sorry, Andy.
So glad they're teaching it at the school. Like my little great grandson, Quinn. What's he, 6? He's going on 6, I think. And he's really picking it up. And he phones me up. He says, "Nanny," I said, "Yeah. I'm taking the Anishinaabemowin." Perfect. I'm taking the Anishinaabemowin. So we can talk.
I mentor the teachers at Wasa and Aabjitoodaa, but I do so much love the little ones.
Yeah.
And speaking to them. Beja kuda gashin. Nisho dawe. Misha dap nak masak. Udish no kenabe. Nisho esh chikean. Big no. Oh, beg dad ended up.
Yeah, they make you laugh.
Oh, beg dad ended up. Misha chikean. Negach kuna. How big dad.
Yeah, I think it helps when you use animation too. When Barb was talking there, picked up a few words, but the way she tried to animate stuff, what she was doing, and yeah, that also helps too.
I really enjoyed that. I went up to Nipigon, and she taught us how to teach the training, and she said you have to use your hands or your gestures, you know, or draw pictures like she did and stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a nice course to go to, and all of us were speakers. Yeah.
I have to tell you about Allison Sawyer. We have this cute little thing going,
He's fun, yeah.
Yeah. So how the old people used to be. So when they saw each other, you know, they didn't just say, "Oh, hi," or "Anine," or move on. No, they started running like this towards each other and "Anine, Anine, Anine." So whenever I see Allison, that's what he does. It's so funny.
I can just see guys.
Oh, I could just see him too.
Oh gosh.
Because he was brought up by his grandparents too, and he was
Uh-huh.
always listening to them, eh? Talking. Carrie and Ben.
Yeah. There's a thing too, I remember about his granddad, Ben Sawyer, eh? So they used to get on the bus, I guess, the Rama rocket years and years ago. But I guess Carrie's famous words, and I didn't hear this from the family. This is outside the family, looking into their family. But she used to say to him all the time, "Manjagugin, Ben." So
Yeah.
it means it's up to you, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that there's lots of little phrases like that
Yeah, there
people
is.
used to
Yeah.
use, eh?
Yeah.
And I think those are important to remember because they've been gone
had
now
some
for
in
a
the
long,
pocket,
long
but I
time. But I can still see them in my mind, eh? And then we need to keep telling those stories.
Yeah.
Because that was one of her sayings.
Yeah.
Munch cookie and it's up to you. Munch
And
cookie and Ben.
speakers don't say that much anymore?
No.
No?
No, so,
Yeah.
well, how often does a, spouse say to their spouse, it's up to you?
Should be used a lot.
When I miss it so much, I go to my brother's, eh? In the evening, Dick and Winona, and we just swing right into the language. And so many times, some of the grandkids would say, "Speak English!" And we'd all yell, "Speak native!"
Joyce,
Because you can explain so much more
Yeah.
in native than you can in English.
and it's funny, you can tell
Yeah.
a story in the language.
Yeah.
But when you tell that same story in English, it isn't so funny.
I know,
funny.
I know, yeah.
Like Joyce Douglas,
Yeah.
when I was looking after her at the extended care, she told me this story. Aabjitoodaa, I just loved them because I spoke the language and they spoke the language and stuff. But anyway, I gave Bachmatan. Good ma, I forget their names. Ninimina Kwe. They lived here in Rama. Mishkuna, the lady, she wanted a chick kick dindwan ma. She said, "Kina no na beman." Ni wude to ni wanana chick kick. Ragnage Aabjitoodaa tajagna shimsi. Kwe. Mistigi wude tot. Mishude him. General storing. Really a gishak. Misha enat no han. Dawelgam nene. Jinan. I would like a big kick.
What they got you kick?
She wanted a big kettle pot, like a big pot.
Kick. Yeah.
And that's how you say it, kick. So she told her husband she was going to go to town and get a big pot. And now this lady wasn't very good at English. But she told the storekeeper, "I would like a big kick."
That's so cute.
Joyce Douglas gave me Margaret.
Oh, there's one that my dad used to love to tell. They tell them over and over and over again, eh? I do that too now. I tell the same story. I said that to my son, Chad. He was driving me to the eye doctor. And so I was telling him the story, and I said, "I think I told you that already before." And he said, "It's okay. I love hearing it again. You tell it as many times as you want." Oh, okay then. But anyway, my dad, Stanley, my Mishonas, he used to tell stories, and he told this one about Nijninawag, Wasa, Shawag, Gucci, they came upon this church, these two men that were traveling. And it just happened to be the right timing as they were walking, through. They're going a long way, and they got invited to come in and eat. So when they came in, they were just about to start eating. So they asked one of them if they could offer the prayer. So he started to pray, and he praying for the food, and then he said, Aabjitoodaa nigayok wasa wijam. So he said, fill up your pockets, we got a long way to go. But I heard him tell me that so many times. And yeah, I love that story because I could just see it all, eh?
That was good. When people are learning the language, I have a little pet peeve of mine. I'm sorry, but I do. I hear them shortening the words. I don't like that. I always try and correct them. When they're shortening stuff, like my greatest one is nish.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't stand that. Anishinaabemowin. What's a nish?
Yeah.
What's a nish? Nimush.
Yeah.
Nish.
Oh.
It's not it's Anishinaabemowin. That's what you say. You don't say nish. Nish now. What is that?
Yeah.
You know?
Also, in the language, the ish is mostly pejorative.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be endearing, but usually it's a pejorative, when you have ish on the back of
Ish.
something, Nimshish.
Or
Right.
it can be not
it
good.
can be something you don't like.
I wonder
Yeah.
when that started, eh?
I don't know who
Yeah.
started. And then they have this thing. I hear them now say, instead of saying a moccasin, they say, my mocks. Because a mock. What's a mock? I never wore a mock.
I have a question for you then, because sometimes, like, Bama P is until the next time, and sometimes I hear people say Bama. Is that somebody shortening, or is that
Well,
correct?
Yeah.
Bama is
Bama.
later,
Later.
Oh,
and
okay.
P is when.
Yeah.
So you
Bama
should
P.
really say Bama P Gawabmin.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Gawabmin. Yeah. So Bama is later,
Okay.
and then P is
Is
when.
when.
But when. Bama P Gawabmin.
Aha.
Bama P Gawabmin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Or
people,
you could say Bama. I hear this a lot when I go to the island. When I go, Bama P Minanguding. Yeah.
Yeah. Bama P Minawaguding.
Bama P Minanguding. Later.
Another time.
Another time.
They say that at funerals too. When your farewell is go see you, meaning you're hopefully see the
Bama
in the
P
spirit
Minwa.
world, yeah.
Bama P Minwa Gawabmin is the proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bama P. Bama P sounds unfinished.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's Gawabmin.
Later when is Bama P.
Bama
Later
P.
when.
Yeah. Bama P Gawabmin.
Bama P Gawabmin.
Bama P Gawabmin.
That's a good exit.
Just on that note from the peanut gallery here, I find myself saying sometimes, go on and mean what?
Hey, that's
Is that-
good. Yes.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gawabmin Minwa. I'll see you again.
Yeah. You know,
Go-Up Min Miigwech.
that's a good thing too.
That's a good one.
That's a very good
Okay,
one.
I wasn't sure if I was butchering
Yeah,
it or.
Go-Up Min
that is-
Miigwech.
Okay.
Oh, you could say that to someone who has passed too. Go-Up Min Miigwech.
Yeah.
right.
That's their hope to see them again.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Oh.
Very, very nice. That's very good.
Aabjitoodaa,
Right.
Now I
Yeah.
just have to remember how to say it to multiple people because that's a little bit different, right?
Go-Up Minnim.
Yeah, Go-Up Minnim.
Go-Up Minnim.
Plural.
Would that be like, I'll see you all later?
Yeah, Go-Up Minnim.
Go-Up Go-Up Minnim. Yeah. But that
We
was
used to
very
have
good.
so much fun with his
Very
dad,
Hey.
George.
What?
His dad. We used to have so much fun with him when I had the marina.
Oh.
After
Oh, yeah.
everybody, he always came late, eh?
Mm.
So there was just the workers left, Kenny and all them. They'd come and have their supper. We'd all swing right into the language.
Oh, yeah.
And George was so funny.
Oh, your uncle? Uncle
Yeah,
George?
Uncle George,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was funny. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid to say anything.
No,
You know.
no.
I think he probably offended some people sometimes, but he didn't care. Just-
I used to be the employment counselor back in 1980 in Aurelia, eh? And George, your uncle, he was always like in the newspaper. And He
Yeah.
was always causing trouble. Like, yeah. And he trying to get a job for somebody. Like he'd go to City Hall and he'd make a fuss over there about them never hiring our people. And so one day they said, okay, George, we're gonna hire one of your people. So we need somebody to drive the Aurelia City trucks, eh? So he came to me and said, find somebody right away. And go and drive that truck, eh? And geez, we had trouble finding somebody, you know? But then all of a sudden, boom, there he was. And then before long, he worked there for many, many years. Driving for the city. And he was a real good employee too. And that was Joe St.
For
Germain.
God's sake.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had elders even advocating for
Oh.
employment equity.
Oh, yeah! Of course. Oh, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, your Uncle George did a lot of good work like that. He was a good businessman too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he made his voice heard, that's for sure. And that's why we have a casino today. Yeah, that was all his mentoring and all of the work behind the scenes for that, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Kenny were instrumental in bringing the casino here.
Yeah.
And they used to do all their talking at the marina, and I used to think, holy, they're never going to do that.
They did, yeah.
Here we are.
Because they make all these plans, yeah, let's do it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's get all the reserves together, and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the next thing you know, the casino was going up.
That's awesome.
It
It
was
was just a
awesome.
plan at one point, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
and Lorraine herself was instrumental in
Oh, yeah.
too.
You were,
Well,
you were,
Yeah, I
Chief.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
that time, I
that was
think.
quite the time.
It was
Yeah.
96 when the casino opened, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite the days. Oh
but
my
that's when there
goodness.
was hardly any jobs and everything, eh?
Yeah, we
And
had
this is why they
80%
went after it, because they
unemployment.
figured, and look,
Yeah.
still going.
Well, I know there was some progression, because I think that when some of the, like at least our community members here in Rama were getting jobs, they were getting sort of the sweep in the parking lot and the lower jobs.
Yeah.
And now I think, you know, I'm not sure, but hopefully, you know, our
Yeah.
people are moving sort of up the ladder. And
Yeah, oh, we have so many smart people.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be amazed just if we actually took a real good look, eh? All the skills our people have.
Yeah.
They're so smart. Yeah, yeah, our community is run so well. Yeah, even many awards in financing too. You know, the way we look after our finances, it's really outstanding. We have a lot to be grateful for. Aabjitoodaa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too that this is one of the First Nations that take care of their elders very well. Their seniors there, you know. We get trips to town for $5 there and back.
Yeah, I take that.
Yeah.
$5 to go and do my shopping, you know. Just me, so
Yeah.
I can carry it onto the bus and
You know, and
It's super.
we get trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, different things for the seniors, and we're I think that we have it really good here, the seniors.
Oh, yes, we do.
yes, we're very spoiled. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, but that answers the question, because I saw Ernie in town on his scooter driving around, and I thought, did he drive all the way to, to town from on his scooter? But he must have gotten a
Who was it that
ride.
used to do that?
Yeah.
Ernie?
Yeah.
Sandy, he lives in
Leacock.
Leacock Manor. Leacock.
Oh,
He's not a
in
band
town.
member here.
No, I know he's
Yeah.
Christian Island, but I
Yeah.
thought he lived
Yeah.
out here.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where he
Okay.
is? I
Yeah.
didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lives in this town.
Oh, he must have been. I saw him around that area, so he must have been. But I was thinking, like, did he drive all the way from Rama?
Yeah. He probably could.
Some
I
people
guess so, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
He's taken that scooter from there to Walmart. Can you imagine?
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
You
smokes.
have to cross that busy little bridge.
Karen Anderson used to do that. Corinne.
Oh, Corinne.
But her bike sometimes would break down coming back. And then she'd have to get somebody to tow her home.
Yeah.
Hey.
That takes a lot of bravery, you know, a lot of courage,
Yeah.
especially as you get older,
Yeah.
because they can't do things the way you used to.
Yeah, I bet.
So there's some fear in, you know,
Yeah.
but to be courageous and keep doing these things,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's
Just awesome.
either courageous or dumb.
Well, I ride a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
I haven't taken my bike out yet this year.
Oh, yeah, well, that takes courage.
That's courage. She wouldn't get a sidecar for me. I said, why don't you get a sidecar so I can ride? No. She said, just plain no.
Well, yeah, a friend of mine used to get mad at me because I wouldn't ride her. I said, no, I'm not insured for you. And she was so mad. But anyway.
Harley Davidson.
Nice red bike she has. Nice Harley.
Well, we got the coolest elders, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll say.
It keeps you young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Mina, ja.
Mina, ja.
How's that?
Misa, ja.
Very good.
We're good.
Oh, Chimigwaj.
Which gives in
This was fun. I'm glad I
It
did.
was.
Go on a gusamin, go up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is setting a bit of a precedence. You know, like we need more of these opportunities like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love this. If you want me to do this with any of them, I will. I love sitting in here.
well, maybe someday we'll have a studio set up.
Partly learning, partly nosy.
But mostly nosy.
Yeah.
We learn so much.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh, we hate to leave.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go.
Kind of nice to get back into the old stories.
Yeah.